Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. We get so many requests from people who want to know how to arrange permanent flowers. So today on Fun with Flowers and Jay, we're sharing a few of our Forever Flower episodes that give you tips and tricks for creating permanent flower arrangements. I'm Jay Schwanke, the flower design expert, and I'm here to help you design permanent flowers. We sometimes refer to permanent flowers as forever flowers because they last and last. And when we work with these flowers, we want to breathe life into them. Many times, a flower is packed in a box, and it's very straight. It's packed in with many other flowers so that it will travel in a small area. What we want to do is take that flower out and shape that flower. Many times, there's tags that need to be removed. We'll take those off, and we'll shape our flowers so that they start to look like a realistic flower. I love to call this breathing life into permanent flowers because suddenly the flower has a natural curve. The leaves start to shape and fall away from the blossom itself. Or in the case of an orchid, we know that orchid blossoms are heavier, and so the flower itself actually bends down, so it looks more realistic. Many times we'll notice Gerber daisies or roses are packed in the box so the head doesn't get crushed. And they might go into the vase like this, so you may even purchase them with that crook still in their neck. There's a memory wire inside most permanent flowers that allows you to straighten them and curve that flower so that it has a great natural flow. Remember that flowers grow towards the light. So when we're directing our flowers in an arrangement, we'll direct them to the light source, bending our leaves so that they're in a natural form. Or sometimes a flower head can even become heavy on a stem, and it'll bend off to the side because the weight of the blossom is pulling it down. Foliage needs to have those same effects applied to it. It might be packed flat, but instead we curve that foliage and bring the end up because a natural piece of ivy would curve down and the growing tip would curve up. I've shaped the stem of the ivy so that it curves down and the growing end comes up towards the light. When we're cutting silk flowers, it's also important to use the right tools. I prefer a handheld bolt cutter because the memory wire inside some stems is extremely stable and very thick. A handheld bolt cutters allows us to cut through those stems with ease. And when looking at our flowers, we might select stems that have 3 distinct flower placements. So we can trim the stems apart and use one stem of flowers as 3 separate pieces in our arrangement. Also, when we have larger flowers, we might want to cut a sunflower and use it short. So we'll cut it here. I don't ever throw away the leaves or the stems because with permanent flowers, there might be a use for those in another arrangement. Most of the leaves also pull out of the stems, so you can use them as an individual placement by themselves. Permanent flowers are a great way for us to create a floral arrangement that will last for a long time. Or we can match an interior look or a special theme. Permanent or forever flowers allow us to enjoy our favorite flowers in any season. Here's a fast and easy way to create a topiary tree using permanent flowers. We'll add a base to our container using 1/3 of a block of dry flower foam. We'll bevel the edge of the foam. That gives us a rounded surface that makes it easier to insert flowers. We'll add some stones around the outside for extra weight so that our base is nice and heavy because we're making a tall arrangement. We'll take 3 sunflowers and gather the heads together. We'll determine the height of our topiary form based on the size of our container. It should be about 1.5 to 2 times the height of the container itself. We'll cut our stems at exactly the same length. Dipping our stems into our hot glue and then placing them directly into the center of the foam. We can leave the leaves on our sunflowers or cut them off. I'll trim a few away just to reduce how many there are. Next, we'll cover the base using some moss. Tucking the moss down inside the container all the way around. We'll add an accent using the forsythia branch. I've trimmed the forsythia branch in a couple places so that I have different lengths that can be added all the way around. We can add one of our sunflower leaves at the base. And we'll use a length of ribbon to tie the heads together. This is a creative way to use forever flowers to create an interior accent for your home.